Hello, 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 hello. Is anybody there? I want to put my comments. Let me see where my comments are. I can't put them up. Why can't I put them up? Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Tell me something good. This is donate to the love, people. Don't, and I can be just as loud as anybody else. Donate to the love. Actually, I'm not really trying to get money. You guys could do what you want to do, but I thought we'd have a little mockumentary since so many people want to donate to the hate that maybe people would donate to the love. I'll take money for snow shoveling, DoorDash, smokes, dog walking help. I will blow kisses for $200,000. Jamie, you didn't have to do that, but Jamie, thank you, but you didn't have to do that. Thank you, Jamie, though. I appreciate it. How is everybody doing? I do have some stuff to tell you about the Whittakers. Somebody sent me an article that was pretty funny, and I know some of you guys wanted me to talk about Justin and what's going on and stuff. Give me 1 second because I'm just heating up some hot water. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, I tried to make some tea out of my kettle, but my cord is broken. So that sucks for me. Sucks for me. So, let's see what we got. Go lay down, sweet potato and jammy face. Go lay down, baby. All is good. All is good. Good morning, Bouncing Tigger again. Did I see you at church? I thought I might have seen you at church. That was very nice of you. Yeah, I'll blow you a kiss for $200,000, and I'll share some love in the afternoon. Well, guys, there's been some stuff going on about little old me, and yeah, cash cab. You want to do some cash cab? Who's been accused of PDF failure? Who's been accused of behaving poorly? Yep, that would be me. Who has seen any kind of proof of that? Who believes that rat shit? There you go. There you go. There is nothing. There's nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But I do want to read you something about the Whittakers. So somebody sent me something. Well, it was all over because several of you guys, Bridget Bardot died today. That's sad. That's really, really sad that Bridget died today. Bridget Bardot. I'm pretty sure that John Lennon had a huge crush on her. And that's who he wanted everybody to be. Cash cab. Okay, very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. So let's see what we got. So if you guys do have questions that you want me to answer, it doesn't cost anything. 50 cents a question, guys. No, just put question marks in front of the question so that I know that it's a question. Yeah, we're getting some storms here, Marshmallow. We are getting some storms. How you doing, Tie-Dye Gammy? Janae, how you doing? Florida in the sun. It's warm there, isn't it? Cold as hell here. Cold as hell here. All right. So I did want to drink some of my tea here, but let's see. I did want to read you something that somebody did send me about the Whittakers. I did want to get some noise effects here. but I know that some people do not like the noise effects. So I really wasn't going to go crazy with them. I did, just so you guys know, I did something with, I did a lot, recorded video about 2 hours with Kathy from Curious Deep Soul Diver, Deep Soul Studies. Curious, I mess it up. Anyway, I did do that on the argument with Toddy One Skip, and I'm uploading that now. And all I have to do is just put a thumbnail up there, a description, and go with it. So that will be over there on the argument today with Toddy One Skip, and also over there is a really good conversation with Barb from Straight Out of Context and me for about an hour and a half or so. I'm not going to do the air horns. I did check you. I did look into, I did kind of look and see if I had them and stuff. And I was going to mimic it. I was going to put my hat on sideways. I was going to wear an inappropriate shirt, and I was going to curse and everything. Yeah, I know. And I appreciate it. I went ahead and reported those channels, and a lot of people reported those channels. You can't perpetuate that. You can't tell people that somebody has misbehaved in such a way and expect not to be, expect nothing to happen from that. Yeah, so especially when you have your own criminal charges, and all I needed was one person to send me hate from what he put out there. So yeah. And so that's what's going on over at that end. And I can't understand why people would donate to the hate to make them mad at Christmas time. I know that there's people that are in their 40s watching that channel, but for the love of God, really? You got yelled at, and Elizabeth, for calling her a gatekeeper. You got yelled at. Oh, but they're not gatekeeping anything. Don't you know everything that they're doing is in the best interest of the Whittakers? They love the Whittakers. You know that, right? One minute they're not going to do videos on the Whittakers. The next minute they're going to do videos on the Whittakers. You know that, right? So, all right. Let's see. I wanted to read something that came in for me. Who was that? I have missed so much with both of the Whittakers and GRB in the past. I'm so sorry, Janae. I hope that it's been good. Ah, then I appreciate that. Jamie, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now, it's more than ridiculous. It's criminal. It's fucking criminal. You can't say that about people. Kathy's very good. I agree. And, you know, she stands on the right side of right, which is the problem that we have. To co-sign people that clearly aren't going to help the people that they made money off of, to lie and say that you're going to shut a channel down and shut the content off, and then turn around and make more and more money off the content. I mean, what do you, and he has credibility. Where's his credibility? Where's his credibility? You guys went after Justin. It is possible that Justin had some truth, which I believe he did, and then he didn't have some truth. But I damn well know for a fact that there's a few people that don't have truth. How do you stand and co-sign Patrick, who clearly said he's not paying the Whittakers? It wasn't okay that he didn't pay the Whittakers before. Why is it okay that he doesn't pay them now? I want to know what happened. I mean, we're all making money off the Whittakers. What the fuck? Seriously, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So I do want to read you something that somebody sent me. And I just got to find it, guys. And if anybody has questions, please. Exactly. And your life shouldn't be so negative. Exactly. I mean, that's what it is. A bunch of big mouths behind a keyboard that think that everything is golden until they face real life. That's where their misery comes from. All right, so let's see what we got. Um, excuse me. All right, so we got an article from the Mirror. I haven't read it yet because I haven't. Because it just came to me. So I do want to read it to you guys. And I also did want to pop in and do a live stream, a casual live stream. Yeah, he's an asswipe, that guy. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Well, I think that there should be, especially when people call people horrible names and accuse people of shit, you know, when it's them. I've never had a charge put up on me, so I don't have anything. But in the meantime, that person's inciting, inciting. You're inciting hate. You're inciting harassment. You're inciting bullying. You're inciting riots when you say that about somebody. Because what do you think? People are going to pat somebody like that on the back? Come on. He knows what he's doing. He's got charges against him. He's got new ones now. And they know his name. They know AD's name too. Begins with an E. They're checking him out for fraud. So he will have to show something about being in the hospital or having something legitimately happening to him. And again, I don't wish him any harm, but this is what happens when you put people that tell the truth under scrutiny. Now I'm going to put you under scrutiny. I don't know why, but they don't want to talk to him. They don't want anything to do with Justin. I've heard that. And I would assume. Now, here's the thing, Pringles. I don't know why there's people whispering in the Whittaker's ears. I don't think anybody there has any good intentions because they would have done something already. So, I don't know. I just don't know. And the only time that I knew that Justin was telling the untruth was when I looked up the police officers in that last photo. There's no such police force. I looked them up online. I think it said Tance or something. And there wasn't one police force. And that's when I knew that's a lie. Otherwise, I want you guys to understand something. If I get a fake photo or somebody tells me that there's a fake photo, how do I know that the person telling me isn't working on somebody else's side? I mean, I don't know that. So for people to decide when I knew that I wasn't being told the truth, it's when I said I wasn't. It's when I knew. It wasn't before then. It was exactly when it was. Because I don't have a clue who's sending me the contradiction. The contradiction could be fake. If the picture itself could be fake, the contradiction could be fake. So I wasn't going to jump on anything. And I questioned Justin about it. I sent him a screenshot right away and said, "What is this?" So, well, I don't believe a damn word that she says. She hasn't done anything to help anybody. Well, there's people in the background that are trying. We do have phone calls into the building committee or the zoning department. There's one person, I'm not going to give out their name. he has definitely called them to ask questions, to find out what it will take for certain things to be done. He's gotten 2 people's names and he's waiting on phone calls to come back. So there are some people trying to do something. But the problem is you got people right there on the ground that aren't being helpful at all to the situation because they have their ulterior motives. You know? Well, I'm not too sure he lied about everything. He did speak to the Whittakers because we heard those phone calls. He did have something on Elizabeth because Elizabeth went ahead and basically went away and said, we're not talking about the Whittakers anymore. So what's up with that? And that's exactly the case. So you try to be in the middle of that and figure out who's telling the truth. I don't know. I don't know. I think that the Whittakers want help. I don't think they want it from Justin. Well, I understand that, Janae. I understand that. It took him a while to answer that, and I heard from other people first, and then that's when I went online. He didn't answer right away. What are you talking about? My word, whatever happened to your word being your bond? My word is my bond. What are you talking about, Jamie? You mean as far as Justin? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the last thing I would think is of an old man messing with manipulating pictures. I didn't even know that there were things like that you can go on sites and have people manipulate pictures. That's hey, what I can't think of is what I don't know. So I'm not going to be held accountable for people that deceive me. I mean, I don't know. I know that he spoke to Betty. I know that he spoke to certain people. I honestly don't know if he was any kind of help, though, to be honest with you. I think that he probably did more damage because he wouldn't stop calling. But I can't do anything about that either. I'm not anybody's parent. All I can do is ask people to stop. And I told him to stop. I told Justin to stop a long time ago, to stop calling Betty, because that I knew Betty didn't want to talk to him. And but in all fairness, I think that that's from Elizabeth, and I still think that that's from Elizabeth, because Elizabeth's there. What the hell has she done? I was really confused with the Justins in pertaining to the Thanksgiving, because the Thanksgiving thing was something I came up with. I came up with it on a live stream, and I definitely fucking volunteered Ernie Evans. I did that. And thankfully, Ernie saw that live stream and he agreed with me. And Ernie made a phone call, and he was waiting for a phone call back. And then Justin started calling other people, and I don't know what happened. I can't sit here and tell you it didn't happen because of Justin, because I don't know that. I don't know if it would have happened. So for me to blame Justin because it didn't happen, that made no sense to me. We don't know why it didn't happen. Yes, they are. And only because BJ had reached out to Kathy, and Kathy had reached back out to BJ. They don't talk very often, but Kathy's not a pest. But yes. And as a matter of fact, Kathy asked BJ directly, does your Aunt Betty and your dad want help? And they told her, yes, they want help. They don't want it from Justin. So I don't know how that is. Oh, I figured that. I figured that. How can you keep saying that to me? I didn't know that Justin was lying and manipulating. I don't understand why you don't understand that. I just got done telling you that. So I don't think You want the honest answer from me. You want something else. I gave you the honest answer from me. If I give my word, I'd do the same thing. And I did question Elizabeth Pringles. I'm going to have you leave because this isn't about you doing anything. Okay. You want to come up here and talk to me? Because let's have this. I'm not going to go back and forth like this. I certainly questioned Elizabeth and I'll question her again. What the fuck have you been doing there this whole time? You didn't take him to the lawyer and you want power of attorney. So it seems to me, Elizabeth, that you're working in the best interest of who? Elizabeth. Have you seen photos of Elizabeth online? It doesn't look like she should be taking care of anybody. Now, there you go. Why don't you question that? You think she should be taking care of anybody? Pringles? And that's true too. That's all right, Janae. I thought you were here to talk for 3 hours about absolute. Are you kidding me? Why would I do that? I know. Do you want me to? I do want to read you something, guys. I just want to catch up. Jamie, can you just kind of anybody that has any legitimate things, I'm happy to answer. But if you're gonna keep badgering me about why I didn't know somebody was telling me untruths, I don't have the answer because I didn't know at the time. I explained that. I know that there was some truth in what Justin was saying. And then I don't think that the trailer was true. But I wouldn't bet all my money or I wouldn't bet something I loved on that because I don't know. I honestly don't know if he was able to get a trailer, if he was going to get a trailer. I don't know at all. All I know is the picture that he sent me, the first picture he sent me of the trailer. I asked him, well, can I get a picture of the trailer? Within 5 minutes, not even, I got a picture of the trailer. So I went and I put that online. And then somebody wrote to me and said, hey, that trailer is inside of a church and it's inside of a fenced in church. Now, he had already told me that. So I scanned that email and I wrote back to the person. I said, yeah, I know that. He already told me that. And then the next thing I know, the trailer supposedly goes to Ocala for a family of 5 that's in a fire. This is what I'm told. This is why the story's the same. And then the next thing I know, there's this other trailer. And then the other trailer didn't exist. And then I got confused. And then I said, then the picture came out like the same day with the other, with the police officers. I sent him that screenshot and said, what the fuck is up with that? And then other people were sending me stuff in emails showing me that Justin had, I guess, put something on a fake photo site, which I would never even know about because I don't think like that. Like, no. And then I sent that to him and said, what the fuck is this? And then I told Justin that he needed to leave me alone, that I didn't want anything to do with him because I looked up the police and there is no police with that name. So that's what happened. And that's the best I have. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that he lied about everything because I don't think he lied about everything. But I don't know. I know, T-Bro. I know. But, I was trying to answer instead of just, being hateful and stuff. I was really trying to answer. So, I've heard so many different things. I'm afraid to say anything, to be honest with you. Because I don't know who's who. I don't know. I don't know with AI anymore. I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know is that Patrick Rourke lied on everybody's platform about paying the Whittakers, and a couple people co-signed that, and I didn't. And I called him out right away and said, well, what you're doing is just like what Eric's doing. And then he explained, well, if I pay them, they're going to come to me for help. And I thought, well, that's fair as long as he helps them, because I wouldn't want to be in a situation where somebody spends the money and then you're watching people freeze. But then he didn't do shit. So would I change my mind about Patrick? No, I believed him. He told a fucking lie, and I changed my mind because of his actions. Not because my reaction was part of his action. It wasn't because I'm fickle. It's because he lied. I definitely think she's a messer and more. Not something, but a mess and more. I don't know. I think she's working with Eric, in my opinion, or Patrick. They're both laughing at taking money from the Whittakers and not doing right by them. And there's people that have co-signed and donate to the hate. And they made a lot of money with people donating to the hate. A guy who may or may not be sick, but it has basically said he quit his job over maybe a UTI. Now, there's a lot of women here. I've never quit my fucking job over a UTI. I mean, come on. And then he says he's in the hospital. There's absolutely no sound. He works at a place, or he's got connections to a place that is a medical, at least one medical office. He's supposed to be in there on the 6th, but he gives receipts for the 12th. Nobody questions that. Nobody questions that, right? Were you trying to cover this story? Like, I think that you were trying to do is cover. I'm still trying to cover the story. Well, so he quit his job and cried over a UTI, and people donated a lot of money for him to have a UTI, because I know that several of you said he had cancer. This giant mass. No, he played people. And if you guys can figure out the timing of that, when was that? What happened the day before that? Who was spreading lies? I want to know who's spreading lies. Oh, about me messing with children? Yeah, that's a lie, but I guess I should take that. That's what I'm saying, and cry about it, like fucking cry. I'm sorry, but the majority here is women, right? I mean, I've had a couple UTIs in my lifetime, right? I'm sure all of us have. Have any of us really whined and cried and got hundreds of dollars for it and threatened to quit our job over it? I mean, what are we made out of? And then you want to sit there and call me a bitch? What the fuck? I'll kill you over a UTI. What the hell's wrong with that? I never cried over a UTI. And anytime I was in a hospital, anytime, there's always been pagers and noise and people bothering you and sounds. And oh, God, please, you can't sleep in a hospital. Well, that's what they're saying, is that it's a UTI. A UTI. Yeah. So I want you guys to know that. Well, I know a lot of people get them when they're pregnant. That's why I said that. Honestly, that's why I said that. Hospitals are allowed all the time. I wouldn't. Here's the thing. I have a cousin that does. There's people with Crohn's, and they do. I had a partner that had one, that had a bag. I mean, and that's your shit, people. That's your shit. And there's people that still go to work. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because our government doesn't take care of people like this. Doesn't. They don't make enough money to survive. There are so many legitimate people that have legitimate problems, and they go to work and they face embarrassment because they have to. So for somebody to be sitting in a chair and getting, I mean, that's what it was. A lot of people got pissed off. He got DoorDash. You see my DoorDash, please? And a lot of people said he got weed off of the money. Well, I smoke. Come on, guys, give it to me. I would like some DoorDash. I don't know if it'll come here. And a lot of people have to. That still doesn't give somebody the right? Tie-dye gammy? I mean, seriously, it doesn't give somebody the right. And then to fake cry, I'm sorry. When you cry and there's real tears, you can actually hear the water. It's not all dry, So, hello, exactly. There was no sound, Lisa. I didn't listen to that. I want to tell you something. Seriously. I want to tell you something. It was you guys. I didn't watch him. I promise you, I've unsubscribed to his channel. I don't watch him. It's you guys that sent me this information. You guys that sent me the information about Big Ugly. You guys that sent me the information about Lady K. It's you guys. When I say I don't watch the people, I don't watch the people. I don't watch the people. If I block them from my channel, I don't think I should be watching their channel. And that's the way I am. Whether you believe it or not, I really don't care. I know who I am, and that's what I do. So any information I got from you guys. You guys think that I would watch Big Ugly? I mean, seriously, do you think that I would take the time and watch him? How did I know that he made that video? Because you guys told me. You guys. Oh, because he thought he had cancer, I guess. I don't know. Because he had a problem and he went straight to cancer. Guys, if you see the day before was when everything happened, when everything went to shit. When he started picking on Kathy and saying shit about Kathy and Lady K co-signed it, that behavior was the same behavior that came from Watkins when it came to Lady K, and she didn't like that. And I thought for sure she's got to recognize this. This just happened to her. But no, she co-signed with him. You didn't like when that happened to you. Why would you do that? Why didn't you just say, hey, man, just, no, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? No, And then that's when all of a sudden we can't talk to the Whittakers anymore. As soon as Justin said, hey, I'll push play, we'll hear what you said, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, can't talk about the Whittakers anymore. Nobody remembers that timing, right? That's what happened there. And that's when all the channels said, we're not going to talk about the Whittakers anymore. We're going to take it. All the money is going to be, we're going to unmonetize, which was a crock of shit. It lasted 5 minutes. And then you hear the other one say threatening, or he told me not to get emotional when I was on a live stream with Elizabeth and Lady K. He told me not to get emotional. I didn't make 11 days of fucking videos because I'm butthurt. Are you kidding me? And I know he has 20-year-old people. 20-year-old people. The timing was really convenient. Well, hey, Liz, don't tell Rebecca Mitchell that because she'll never dig into, she'll never dig into a turkey again. All right. So, all right, let's see what we got. Yeah, I know he said all of that, right? Supposedly he had insurance. I don't really understand any of that. Well, where were you? Because they were just saying it here, my friend. They were just saying it here. That's okay. You don't have to watch Justin anymore. I don't know. I mean, I'm not dealing with Justin anymore. Well, there's a lot of people that could be skinny. I mean, there's people that are very, very, very thin, you know. Um, I don't have a clue, and I don't want to start rumors about people doing drugs and stuff like that. Um, I'm asking you not to check on the 12th, or yeah, check on the 6th. Okay, Tina, check on the 6th. Okay, please. I don't know, but I don't want to, Janae, I don't want to start any kind of rumor like that. I know some people are just very, very, I haven't watched him long enough to know if he's losing weight or not, or what's going on, or how you guys are spending money on him. You might be helping support something. I don't know. In the meantime, I got nothing here. I got no DoorDash. I got no smokes. I got no dog walking help. I got no snow shoveling, and nobody. Well, I'm getting a bunch of questions for free. I'm telling you the truth as I know it, which is the only thing that I could do. I can't speak on other people. And nobody bought a blown kiss for $200,000. here's the thing, Sharon. We're content creators. I've never said that somebody should stop making money off the Whittakers. I make money off the Whittakers, but I will give the Whittakers 10% of my money, just like I said I would when it comes tax time. I did that last year to 5 organizations, and you could look on my other channel. I did it in March, and there's a video on it, and there's posts that show the receipts of the money that was given away after tax time. So I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be doing the same thing. That's fine, Jamie. I'm going to be doing the same thing this year. Um, and I don't want to borrow sorrow, but in March or April, when I do my taxes, I'm going to come to you guys, because if they're split up and this is the situation that's in, you guys are going to have to tell us where the money goes. It's going to be a community decision, you know? We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with the money. And it's certainly going to go to the Whittakers some way, somehow. We just have to figure out if we're going to contact the grocery store there and get a gift certificate that only Betty can use. Only Betty. We'll have to figure it out. But we are going to do that. Okay, so I want to just say this. I didn't give to the Whittakers last year because I never said I would give to the Whittakers last year. Last year, we gave money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation in Gypsy Rose's name, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's name, and it was to help people that need wheelchairs. So we donated money for maybe people that legitimately need wheelchairs, and we did that in Gypsy Rose's name. We're going to do that again this year. And we did to Garrison Brown, and we're going to do that. That's going to be something we're going to do every year, whether we make money off of the Brown videos or not. As far as Sister Wives, we are going to give to the Garrison Brown. He had a cat foundation or something, so we will go ahead and do that every year. I gave to another animal shelter where I got my dog, and we'll probably do that again. And then I gave to, was it Habitat for Humanity? It was another organization like that. I don't remember what it was, but you'd have to check. There was like 5 of them though. What are you talking about? Donating to as far as him? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because donating to people, thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Donating to people, donating to organizations is something that, no, I'm gonna donate to the Whittakers. We are doing that because I promised. We're just gonna have to figure out where the money's gonna go. We're just gonna have to figure out where the money's gonna go. Yeah, the grocery store or something like that. And you guys will help me with that. You guys will decide, because it's your views that are helping with the money and your super chats and stuff like that. So it's like that. And we'll have to decide, but you guys will have to decide because what do you mean you can't take care of whose animals? But can't take care of your animals. What are you talking about? They didn't give him meds for UTI. Why does he need asking people to smoke weed can get caught up? But can't I take care of my animals? So I don't think you're talking about me. Thank you, not my monkeys. Thank you. Make him mad. Make him mad. Thank you so much. That's nice. I was saying that last year I knew you didn't give to the Whittakers. Yeah, I didn't give to the Whittakers last year. And that's possible because there's a few things that they were going to check him for. If you looked at the thing that he released, but the thing that he released was from the 12th, guys. My question is the 6th. And I would have had no question about that, but I've had so many accusations, and he has co-signed so much bad behavior that, yeah, I did contact YouTube and have YouTube find out if that's fraud there. Tammy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because if people donated thinking he had cancer or anything like that, they should get their money back. He told one woman that he fucking ranked on this one woman. This woman showed me receipts from Venmo that she gave him $150. One person alone. Somebody that he lied and said that bitch only gave me $10 and called her a whore, right? $150. So he's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar. I do. So, okay, there is a storm coming this way. So I just want to tell you that it's not snow, it's supposed to be ice, right, buddy? And I'm talking to Milo. And it is coming in, it's supposed to come in late tonight into early tomorrow morning. And then it's supposed to rain and it's supposed to be like 46 degrees. 46 degrees and rain, I would say, will probably melt the snow and ice. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm asking, honestly asking. Anybody? Right? Seriously. Let me give Milo marrow bone. Hold on. You want a marrow bone? Danny, you want a marrow bone? Come here, guys. For you and for you. So good. You good girl? So pretty. So pretty. Got sleep in the beautiful eyeballs. Hang on, guys. I'm just giving my dogs. Just give them something to talk about. Milo, yours are all frozen. Hang on, I gotta unfreeze something here. There you go, Mama. That's yours. Daddy, you got yours. Go get yours, baby. You just had it. Danny, you just had it, dude. Go ahead. Look, it's there. Here, look. Look, Danny. Here, look. There it is. All right. Woo! So yeah, so that's what's going on here. So I think it is going to snow, and all I could do is do the best I could do. It's absolutely. So anyway, yeah, it is. Well, no, he wasn't frozen, the marrow bone. I have marrow bones for them in the freezer. And I take them out of the thing so that they don't connect to each other. And one of them was free, but the other one I had to like crack with the other one so that it would come loose. So he wasn't frozen. The marrow bone was frozen. Are you talking about food? Oh, I have first of all, I have food. I actually have those MREs if there's any kind of problem. I actually have MREs, but I have regular food that I made. I made a bunch of chicken for the dogs and I made hamburger for me and taco things for me. So, yeah. So, listen, I hope nothing's wrong with the guy, to be honest with you. But I'm starting to lose my grace with people that would say the most horrific things about me because I disagree with them. I just think that that's absolutely horrific. So I do want to read you something, guys. All right. All right. So let's see. All right. Inside home of okay. So this is from the Mirror, the U.S. Mirror, the newspaper, and this was from today. Inside home of America's most inbred family, including disturbing meal on stove. Well, that's not nice. Down a rutted, ooh, dirt track in odd West Virginia, past sagging fences and thick tree lines, sits the Whittaker property. It's a place so frozen in time it feels abandoned, even as two family members still live inside. What greets visitors looks less like a home and more like a decades long collapse. That's terrible. Reporters who recently returned to the scene found a scatter of leaning shacks, rustic rusted debris, and a main house that appears to slump under its own weight. On the porch, Halloween skeletons cling beside Christmas angels with old tires, crushed cans, and broken buckets piled up around them. But it's the inside where the scene becomes truly disturbing. The air reportedly thick with the smell of gas leaking from a stove where beans and sausage have been left out to congeal, drawing swarms of flies across the countertops in the process. As the TV blares to an empty room with a wall calendar still stuck on March, Melania Trump will never leave Donald for this chilling reason, says, I don't know what the fuck this is. Okay. Outside the window, I don't know what that is that was in there, why Melania Trump was there. Outside the window sits a collapsing chicken coop and several broken trailers bruised by years of weather. Beyond them stands the outhouse that the Whittakers have used for generations. I've seen them use the bathroom, so that's not true. We've seen Timmy get in there just in enough time. This is what remains of the home long occupied by the Whittakers, a family which has widely been known as America's most inbred. Once filled with 7 or 8 voices, the house now holds only 73-year-old Betty, 69-year-old Larry. The days are quieter now after government intervention saw their relatives removed or taken away, as they claim, without answers as to why. The Times of India reports. India? Really? Okay. In September, 3 family members, Ray, 72, as well as his sister Lorraine, 79, and Lorraine's son Timmy, 46, were removed from the property by Adult Protective Services, according to relatives who spoke to the Daily Mail. The siblings left behind say they were given almost no explanation. Betty remembers being told only that the 3 couldn't live here no more, that's in quotes, and that she missed them a lot after basically raising them herself. Larry says he has heard nothing since the day they were taken, and that's what he continues to say. He explains, I've been staying at home waiting on a phone call, but that's all I know. They haven't called or let me know anything. They won't tell us where they at. Excuse me. He believes the sudden intervention came after online videos of the family went viral, adding, people out there making money off them, the videos, and they don't like it. They told us not to talk to anybody they're watching. Officials with West Virginia's Department of Human Services told the Daily Mail they were aware of the situation, that's in quotes, but could not comment due to confidentiality laws. And as we know, that's bullshit. Why? Because there's been so much stuff that has been leaked. Refusing to release further details because of the ongoing nature of the matter. For Betty and Larry, who have lived their entire lives in near total isolation, the sudden shift from obscurity to international spectacle to forced family separation has been devastating. The Whittakers' tangled family line stretches back more than a century, originating with a marriage between 2 sets of cousins descended from identical twin brothers. Their parents, according to the son, were first cousins twice because they share both sets of grandparents. Wow. Researchers have long warned of the consequences family interactions like this, with a 2021 study from the University of San Francisco Valley in Brazil, noting that there is an association between high rates of marriage between relatives and the development of congenital malformations, abortions, deafness, esophageal artesia, and mental and physical disabilities. The family's long hidden world burst into the global spotlight in 2020 when filmmaker Mark Leda uploaded a 12-minute documentary to his YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly. The footage shocked viewers and swiftly went viral. Leda called it one of the most disturbing interviews I've ever done. That was in quotes. He first met the family in in 2004. Hold on. Sorry. He first met the family in 2004, recalling that protective neighbors once confronted him with a shotgun. Over the years, he returned repeatedly, comparing the Whittakers to characters from Deliverance. Mr. later said it was out of control. There's these people walking around and their eyes are going in different directions and they're barking at us. And this one guy, you'd look at him in the eye or say something and he would just scream and go running away and his pants would fall around his ankles. That was Ray. The YouTube videos drew tens of millions of views. Soon, curiosity seekers began driving down the family's dirt track to stare, film, or snap pictures. For a clan that once hid from strangers, their porch had become a tourist stop. There's been online reaction has swung sharply between outrage and sympathy. One reader wrote, "This is a total invasion of the family's privacy." Another shared relief. "I'm just glad that Ray, Lorene, and Timmy are in a clean environment now with healthy meals to eat and the ability to take showers and be clean." And I'm sure that that came from somebody, probably on the other side. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? I don't know what Jamie was talking about. What are we missing, Jamie? Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So what do you think? I'm asking. It's basically the same article regurgitated. It's gone all over the world. I think so too. At the very end, I agree with what that person said about, listen, these people were living on their porch and we came to them, including Mark Leda. We came to them. You know what I'm saying? So for people to take money after they've used them as content and kind of drive by their house while your house is all cleaned up and looking nice off the money you made from them, like, shame on you. I have no problem with Patrick Rourke going to jail. I have no problem with that. He did not do the right thing here. And that's just, how do you, I don't know how somebody could live in good conscience knowing that the people that you owe money to are split up, but you're making your house look nice. And I agree with that. I agree with that. That's what I heard. That's definitely what I heard. Tell me what's funny. Who's mailing bodily fluid somewhere? I agree, but that was I don't know why that was there, but it was there. I read it. It said India. So I had to look at that again, to be honest with you. So guys, so what are you thinking? Talk to me. I'm reading the comments. I want to read the comments. I honestly, sincerely want to put all of this crap with AD and listen, I appreciate the emails that tell me that there's somebody slandering me. I really do. And I've gone ahead and you guys have gone ahead and reported those and I appreciate that. So AD's going to send me a bag of what? This is what I'm talking about. Like, he shouldn't have a channel. This guy, somebody should report that, Jamie. Why don't you go ahead and report that if he's threatening to send somebody's body parts over here? I mean, how healthy can you be? And I get, why is he gone live now? He honestly can't handle the fact that people are talking about him. Like, he went live because I went live. What a bitch. I mean, what a petty little bitch. So yeah. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll come to maybe he'll show something, I mean, that has his name and everything for December 6th. And maybe he'll tell people that he cried over a UTI. I don't know. Maybe he will. Or maybe he'll donate to the hate again and morons will donate to DoorDash, because he ain't as young as you think he is. You need to look at his face. Otherwise, and this isn't to be mean, because people are saying he's not so young. If you look at his face, he's not a young guy, or he is a weathered, beaten young guy. So thanks, Don. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, there you go. Is he really that old? Like, I'm serious, Lisa. Is he really that old? Because if you look at his face, he's not a young guy. Yeah, he's a scum. He couldn't. Here's a moron, and I'm gonna say it, Patrick. You're a moron. The guy actually could have done something with his life after all of this without having to do it on the backs of the Whittakers, disabled people. And that man had to look on the backs. He had to work off the backs. This guy's got a guitar. He could sing. He's charming. He could have made himself a career. Ernie Evans, and I swear, because I reached out to Ernie and I was like, Ernie, can't we help Patrick? Alexa, stop. And you could ask Ernie. On my life, you could ask Ernie. I said, because the guy's a promoter. And I thought, man, if you put Patrick on stage, it'll all work itself out because the guy's got career. I used to own a recording studio. I'm serious. And I said, if you put him on stage, he's got 250,000 followers. If you gave him stage time, he'll do the rest. And I totally 1000% believed it. And I still believe it, but he can't. You know why? Because Patrick doesn't have the guts to follow his own dream. He has the guts to take take $4,000 from a family that has nothing to sit and play guitar like a wimpy ass motherfucker on Facebook in a camera instead of taking his fucking ass on stage. And that's what happened with Patrick Rourke. And ask Ernie Evans. Because I said, let's help him. I mean, the guy, and I swear to you, and it wasn't that long ago. I mean, it wasn't even a month ago. And Ernie was all for it. Ernie spoke to him. All he had to do was give the Whittakers their money. Be done with that. Ernie didn't want that dirt. Patrick shouldn't want that dirt. And Patrick could have been on stage. I even sent Patrick a text about that. And he was like, yeah, sure. Well, it's not my fault you don't believe in yourself. You're a fucking wimp. You don't believe in yourself. You had a bunch of people believing you, somebody giving you stage time. I mean, Patrick could have taken off. And that's the God's honest truth. Patrick could have taken off and he had the opportunity. But the only reason why I believe that he didn't take it was because he's afraid. He's afraid. So that, and I swear, ask Ernie. Please ask Ernie, because I'm telling you, it's the God's honest truth. So those people that say I went back and forth with Patrick, I didn't. I didn't go back and forth with him. I wanted him to do the right thing. So, oh, that's terrible. Like I hate that stuff. I hate to pick on people and do that. I really do. I really do. But I'm not going to take emails from people telling me about things that I supposedly did with children. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to take that. Of course, I'm going up against that bullshit. And that does incite riots. When somebody, you think people want to buy me coffee if they hear that shit? Get out of here. Dumbass. He's a dumbass. And The thing is, I can make content without fucking lying. I can make content using my own imagination. And I don't even need to regurgitate shit. So how old is he? The guy's got a criminal record, right? Yeah, he's a good guy. And I'm not saying people can't change, but that behavior is not changing. That's not good behavior. I shouldn't be emotional, but go ahead and keep doing videos about me. Okay. Yep, I know that. So here you go. So his behavior, so those people that donated money, you donated to his DICK to continue with, I guess, unprotected sex. So those of you that thought he had CANCR, and a few of you did because you wrote it to me. You donated so that he could go out and FUCK any woman he wants without a condom. Well done, you. Because I guarantee you, he ain't buying no condoms with any of the money that you guys gave him. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He doesn't. He doesn't. I saw more in Patrick than he saw in himself. Well, that's too bad. I mean, I don't like to make fun of people's teeth because God knows I have bridges in my mouth. I got hit by the butt of a fishing rod when I was about, when was it? I was about, I don't know, 27, 28. I took my nephew fishing. He hooked into a barracuda and came back to tell me about it with the butt of the fishing rod in my mouth while I was eating an Italian sub from Subway. Yeah. Let's see. There is crazy people, and that's it. That's exactly why Schmegegel is in trouble there. Because don't you think I got one of those emails? Listen, man, I worry about. I don't even worry about some of these people that got their heads so far up these guys' asses. Makes you really wonder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you really wonder what, like, what do you see, and how bad is your life? So, does anybody have any questions? Because I really don't want to talk about Justin again. I heard he's in the comment. He's in the comments. So if I've said anything wrong, Justin, then I would like for you, because if I've said something wrong, let's square it off here. You know, they'll catch something from this guy. Look, they want him tested for everything. I believe that, but mine was the butt of a fishing rod. And you know what? I can't do that, Rita. I can't do drama. I talk about drama. I talk about drama, but I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't like calling people out. But I'm not. I have to defend myself because I got to go to bed at night and close my eyes and know that I'm doing the best that I can. I don't want you doxing anybody. Do not dox anybody. What? When you organize your books or DVDs or vinyl, there's no order. I don't have enough of this stuff anymore. Thank God. I don't have enough of this stuff anymore, thank God. I gave my album collection to the guy that helped me, the young kid that helped me. I just don't have room to collect things. I'm leaving the country. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have anything. Yeah. Every time Patrick N sings, a few has rude meanings, remarks. Yeah, he's an idiot. I mean, he's a fucking idiot. That's exactly what he is. Because if somebody offered that to me, and there's no reason that he couldn't have trusted Ernie Evans. There's no reason. Ernie has shown himself true and true. There's no reason. Oh, I'm exactly going to defend myself. I love it when people say, that what am I getting upset about? Well, you know what? Go ahead and have people call you those names. I got news for you. If anybody knew anything about Patrick, they wouldn't look about him either, because I couldn't co-sign somebody that would take from a family that they gave you your money and you took all of theirs and you didn't even, and listen, Patrick should have stood up and said, "This isn't right. Let me try to help this situation." But he didn't. He didn't. And that's not, that's somebody's character. It's not easy for me to get up here and say, "Hey, Justin fooled me. I would never think that," and I'm sorry, guys. I don't know who to trust. I don't know, it's not easy. It's not. It's not. But it's part of being human. It's the way it is. It's just doing the right thing. And I don't know why some people could do the wrong thing. Everybody in these comments, imagine that you're making money off of a family. You're in a family business. But somebody that you work with realizes, shit, I could steal the business right from this company. I could steal the business. He was trying to make a decision for them, and it wasn't his decision to make. Yeah, he was telling them, take the car, and I owe you nothing. And that wasn't his call to catchery. That wasn't his call. Okay. So he needed to give them the money. In the meantime, they got a free car, and Patrick got to keep the money. Right? They got a free car from the other guy, and Patrick got to keep the money. In the meantime, I know it's true about that car. I know about the car. He didn't pay what he owed the Whittakers for the car. And he wanted the Whittakers to take that. I couldn't believe that. And I was giving him the benefit of the doubt over that, but that apparently was true. He wanted them to take a car that he literally was spending $4,000 on, that he didn't even completely pay off, and have the Whittakers take it for the $7,000 that he owed him for 1 month. Would you take it? It's not up to anybody to decide that bullshit. Nobody. But Patrick's weak. And I don't care what he says, because if he wasn't weak, he would have done something right by the Whittakers. All right. So maybe he thought, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about what happened with what Eric did. But I mean, at least you try fighting for them. Even if you lost, you'd have a lot more character than you have now. You have no fucking character now. You're a piece of shit, in my opinion. Fucking use that family. And he's putting up all these pictures of Timmy again. Timmy's not benefiting from that. He don't give a fuck about Timmy. What's he doing for Timmy? If he did, he'd be doing something for the family. He knows Timmy loves the family, but he's not. Oh, I'm gonna give Timmy the money. My ass. And some of you people want to buy that bullshit. Somebody said to me he's gonna give Timmy the money. I said, are you fucking on drugs? I mean, what's wrong with you that you're stupid like that? He's gonna give Timmy $15,000. My ass. What he's going to do is tell Timmy he gave him $15,000 so that Timmy can come up with another lie that he's coaxed into. Come on, seriously. Marshmallow, have a good one. And I agree with that. I believe. All right, well, hold on. Somebody's got a marrow bone and somebody doesn't. All right, well, where's the other one? Where is it, buddy? I guess you already ate yours. I don't know what to tell you, Milo. I mean, how many marrow bones do you think Mom can give you? Hang on a second. Hang on, Milo. You're gonna try to create something, just so you know. Hold on a second. Alexa, stop. Hang on, guys. I'm just gonna give the dog something here. Here you go, Milo. Have a good one with that. Enjoy that, Milo. Enjoy that, Milo. Nobody wants a $200,000 blown kiss. Come on, guys. It's a good one. Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't appreciate that at all. They would not appreciate that at all. It's Dhani, so it's Danny. She's doing better. She's doing better, but she's back on her Prozac. I have to tell you, we've had a rough couple days, so unfortunately, she's back on Prozac. I tried, but she gets miserable. Every sound the dog hears a sound in Maine. We live in New York, so yeah. Uh, you and my dogs. What's up with that? Yeah, but she's doing good. She's eating a marrow bone right now. I'm gonna go out and do something in a bit. I got something to do in 14 minutes, and then I got something to do later. Guys, don't forget my other channel, The Argument with Toddy One Skip, because again, Kathy's on there. We're talking about religion, spirituality, and Kathy has studied the Bible for a long, long time, and we disagree on a few things, but it's fascinating because she knows a lot about things, whether I agree with everything or not. Um, she really has studied the Bible for a very long time, and it's a very interesting conversation. I'd like to have more with her. And things happen for a reason, and it seems like Kathy's a really good person that I probably wouldn't have gotten to know in any way if they didn't fuck with her. I mean, what they did by trying to bully her and go at her, I couldn't. How do you stand by and watch that happen when you know what it feels like? Like, that's what I don't understand. So I'm disappointed, and I have no reason to be, right? Because that person means nothing anyway. But if they didn't like it, why do you think that somebody else deserved it? If you didn't want somebody to co-sign that bad behavior, why? You know, so yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I checked out her channel too, and she does have a lot of things. I'm not going to tell you, but I mean, Kathy has changed her stance on religion, and you'll hear that, you know. And again, I did an interview with Barb from Straight Outta Context, and that was awesome. We talked about Gypsy Rose. No, I'm sorry, she was one of the first pioneers when it came to covering Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So yeah, yep. Does anybody have any questions? Because I just want to answer as many questions as I can now, to be honest with you. They're for free. You don't have to give me any money. Just give me money for DoorDash, please, and WEED, dog walking help, snow shoveling fund, truth telling for free, blown kisses, $200,000, and questions for free. Yep. Jamie, I don't know what you just put up there. Yes, donate to the love, folks. Donate to the love. Do it to piss them off. I think people should try to get their money back or find out if the guy's really sick. But how do you feel about somebody that you just gave money to that has a UTI? I'm just asking. Okay. No, 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 no. We do have shirts. I don't want a Team Toddy shirt, but I do have merchandise. And with Jamie, actually, Jamie and I have merchandise together over at Issues with Toddy One Skip. They're $200,000, the kisses, not 2,000. But if you give me 2,000, I'll send you over a half a kiss, a quarter of a kiss. My hamburgers are good, man. I gotta tell you, they're really good. They got bacon and cheddar cheese. You know. Oh, okay. You were making fun of Ryan. Yeah. But we do have shirts. Jamie and I have shirts together and hats and tumblers and mugs over there at Issues with Toddy One. Thanks, Jamie. Issues with Toddy One. Skip in the store there, the merch store. You know. So anyway, thank you so much, Tie Dye Gammy. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. You don't have to do that. I'm really making fun of the donation thing. You know, a duck lip for 20. Okay, I will do that. There's your duck lip. Where's my 20? Anyway, I don't know what else to say, guys. I just wanted to come on here and read the article to you, tell you what I know about things. The only thing that we could really do for the Whittakers that we came up with was just trying to help them with their house, trying to help them with the house that they have. You want locks of my hair? Okay. All right. For everybody that sends me $1,000, I will give you a lock of my hair. Please don't send me that because I don't want to give you a lock of my hair. That would be a little weird for me. Seriously, the only thing that I think we could do is to make the house that they're in livable. If that's impossible, see about doing something across the street. But in the meantime, people from the zoning board have to call back. They have to call back so that there's answers, you know? And that's it. But the Whittakers weren't taken to help themselves in all this time. You know that, right? The Whittakers were not taken to help themselves. They went to a few lawyers, but nobody gave them a dime to put a lawyer on retainer. So what was that? To be able to say, I took them to a lawyer. So what? It's too bad you took them. Should have called on the phone, saved your ass some gas. Because you didn't give any money to have anybody put them on retainer. So what was the point? There was nobody this time to help the Whittakers. Not Eric, not Patrick. Certainly not Patrick. Look at him. Look at him. He's still using Timmy. SB, he's not going to sell his hair. He likes his hair probably more than I like my hair because of Ken. You know? So anyway, guys, that's about it. That's really all I wanted to do. I did want to visit with the community and joke around a little bit. And I hope that this was fun. You know, I still would give a blown kiss for $200,000. But I'll just take your love and support, which I get from you guys, and it doesn't cost you anything. And I appreciate that. So, all right, guys, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with the Whittakers if somebody ever calls anybody back. Here's the scariest bit. If they don't fight for their family and they lose, everybody that made that phone call that Eric did, shame on you. Because those should be the same voices trying to get these people back. It didn't matter. What did it matter to anybody? The way that they lived if they were happy. It didn't matter to anybody. People made you do something about that. People have been living like that for 70 years. Neighbors have seen them live like that. Patrick saw them live like that. Patrick saw them live like that when they went to school together, right? But all of a sudden, all of a sudden, the only thing that happened there was two people benefited and a whole family became collateral. And people supporting that is disgusting because you wouldn't want it to happen to your family. We see shit going on in the world today where everybody's a friggin' dictator. People are afraid to do anything. These people were sitting on their porch, minding their own business. Avenger, how you doing? You did. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go. I'm sorry, my friend. Yeah, they need more than that, more than a copyright strike. And there's stuff coming their way because you can't do certain things online and pretend like you're innocent when you perpetuate hate and harassment, you know? So, anyway. Listen, guys, we're not always going to get people to understand and stuff. And there's always going to be people like ED. I said it. I said it. We can say it now. I think that was half the problem. That might be one of the issues why there was something going on there. He put it out there, yeah. So, there could be people like that are just miserable, don't want to live and work, and just want to sit on their ass and have people give them money while they scream UTI or sexually transmitted disease and cry about it. But I still guarantee you, they're not wrapping up their DICK. They're just not. So there you go. Bingo. We'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. I love that. All right, guys. I thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. And please take care of yourselves, guys. Those that are in the path of this storm, please take care of yourselves. Make sure you have things. Make sure you have extra water. Make sure you have stuff for your pets. Make sure you have propane. Make sure that you have things. Charge your phones and everything. Check on the people. That's another thing. Check these vigilantes that act like they're all that. Go to their neighborhoods. You go to your neighborhood. Go check on that house that you think's a little bit weird. Those people that want to be so brave behind the keyboard. Go and check on your own neighborhood. Go and shovel somebody's fucking yard. Do something instead of have hate and talk about bullshit that you're not willing to do behind the computer screen. Live in the real world. You say you care, act like you care. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of shit for money and dumbass people falling for it. Guys, that's what I got to say. I hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you guys. Please take care of yourselves and look out for people. That's the best we can do. Yeah. All right, guys. Be good.